Karl-Anthony Towns is a four-time NBA All-Star player and a proud NBA record holder, but the hard court wasn't even his first choice of potential career paths. Obviously, things have worked out pretty well for the Knicks' newest superstar, but there is still plenty that people don't know about him, from his efforts to become a doctor to his foray into the world of acting. Here are 10 things you did not know about Karl-Anthony Towns. This video is being powered by BetUS, our sponsor all season long for Knicks media. Don't miss out on their limited time offer of a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on the next two. This is up to $2,000 and can be accessed with the code YouTube150. Number 1. Karl-Anthony Towns started playing basketball when he was just 3 years old. Karl-Anthony Towns, otherwise known as KAT, has made a pretty big name for himself in the NBA, and his journey to stardom started when he was just about 3 years old, under the watchful eye of his father, Karl Towns Sr. Karl Sr. was a varsity basketball coach at Piscataway Technical High School in New Jersey, and with the family being unable to find anyone to look after Karl-Anthony while his parents were at work, he would tag along to practice. His father would pick him up from daycare and take him straight to the court, where Karl-Anthony would get his earliest taste of the sport he would come to love, learning the fundamentals almost as soon as he could walk. Karl-Anthony became accustomed to having a basketball in his hands, and by the time he was in 5th grade, he was regularly going up against his father's junior varsity players. It was a fantastic way to learn, and it all blossomed from the fact the family was unable to source childcare while he was younger. It's funny how things work out, but it took some time for his schoolmates to recognize his talent. Number 2. He was often picked last for basketball games while at school. Despite towering over his middle school mates at 6'5" and even requiring a special desk, Karl-Anthony Towns was often picked last for basketball games. His father told Slam Online that this was because, quote, the older kids considered him awkward and uncoordinated, looking at his big feet and assuming that he couldn't be nimble on the court. Karl-Anthony himself has admitted that he used his quote as a challenge to be better. Not that he needed to, of course. His father's mentorship had made him far more talented than any of his schoolmates could have imagined, teaching him how to utilize his perceived gangly limbs to run rings around his opponents. By the time he was old enough to play basketball for St. Joseph High School, Towns was ready to show just how good he could be, leading the team to a state championship in 2012, 2013, and 2014. This was highlighted by a sensational outing on January 6th, 2013, in which he posted a quadruple double with 16 points, 17 rebounds, 11 blocks, and 11 assists. He averaged 20.9 points, 13.4 rebounds, and 6.2 blocks per game in his senior year, earning himself a 5-star rating across the board in addition to a far higher honor. Number 3. Karl-Anthony Towns was picked for the Dominican Republic national basketball team as a 16-year-old. After shining in his first year of high school basketball, Towns earned a spot on the Dominican Republic national basketball team, making him one of the youngest players to compete on the international stage. For obvious reasons, he was assigned the nickname Young Buck, now finding himself lining up alongside seasoned professionals including NBA All-Star Al Horford instead of fellow 16-year-old high schoolers. It was a hell of an upgrade, but his selection was a testament to his talent, while also an opportunity to pay homage to his Dominican heritage, which came through his mother, Jacqueline Cruz. Despite getting limited game time during the FIBA World Olympic qualifying tournament, he still managed to pop up with a few eye-opening moments, including a no-look assist, a three-pointer against Team USA. That might not sound like much, but for a 16-year-old to even stay conscious on a court alongside heroes like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, that takes a lot. Aside from his incredible experience of playing on the international stage against some of the world's biggest stars, Karl-Anthony told ESPN about how much the tournament opened his eyes to the toughness it takes to be a professional basketball player. He told them, "You've got to go hard in practice every day. And sometimes it's hard because your body starts wearing down from all the wear and tear. Now I know the feeling of being a pure professional and what it takes." Number 4. Towns almost quit basketball to play baseball. While basketball is the sport that has made Karl-Anthony Towns one of the best athletes in the nation, it was actually baseball that first caught his eye as a potential career path. As a lifelong New York Yankees fan, he initially dreamed of repping the iconic pinstripes on the diamond, to the extent that he considered stepping away from basketball to pursue that dream. In an interview with Yes Network, Towns said, "I love baseball. It was actually my first love. I really wanted to be a professional baseball player. I, of course, wanted to play for the Yankees. Life took me a different route. I'm not going to complain about how it went. It went pretty all right, so I'm happy." The basketball route certainly did all right for Karl-Anthony Towns, as he is at least got to experience a different kind of baseball dream when he threw out a ceremonial first pitch at Yankee Stadium in 2023. Let's talk about some sports betting. My go-to for that is BetUS. Once you're in, you'll easily find all the pregame markets, parlays, and prop bets that you need. You even get 10% back on your net losses twice a year. So let's try to win some money. If I want to bet on the NBA, I just click on the basketball tab, click on the NBA championship, then find the bet I like. I'm going to go for our New York Knicks. Come on now. So click on the number and specify your wager. $50 sounds good. Then click place my bets, click confirm, and there you go. Pretty easy, right? Number 5. Karl-Anthony Towns holds multiple NBA records. Ever since Karl-Anthony Towns was drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves in 2015, he has been a problem for the rest of the NBA. He averaged 18.3 points as a rookie and hasn't dipped below 20 points per game in the last 9 seasons. He was a model of consistency and reliability early doors, not missing a single game over his first 3 seasons, also averaging at least 10 rebounds and 1.3 blocks per game in each. This consistency stuck with Cat, and he only got better and better, dishing out a 2016 and 17 sophomore campaign that saw him average 25.1 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks per game. In doing so, he became the only player in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a single season. He then followed this up with his first All-Star performance in 2017 and 18, which earned him a Supermax extension with Minnesota worth $190 million. He has celebrated this by being selected as an NBA All-Star 3 more times to go along with several other records. These include scoring the most three-point field goals by a center with 975, while also becoming one of the only 3 players to score over 60 points and 10 three-pointers in a single game. His career-high 62 points against the Charlotte Hornets also set a Timberwolves franchise record for a single game. To cap it all off, he is one of the only 10 players in NBA history to average at least 22 points and 10 rebounds per game over their career. Not a bad resume. And he has gotten off to a tremendous start for the New York Knicks, joining the team in 2024 and promptly becoming the fastest player in Knicks history to record 400 points and 200 rebounds. Number 6. Karl-Anthony Towns is an avid reader and learner. Not happy to simply rely on his athletic abilities to make a living, Karl-Anthony Towns makes sure to utilize his downtime to learn as much as he can through books. He told GQ that the thing he would gift all his friends and family is a book called The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, which he reads twice a year. The 100-page book was the first item that Cat told GQ he couldn't live without, detailing how it has taught him much about life, marriage, death, love, money, and greed. Knowledge is power, says Towns, who is proud of his stacked library that sheds light on all sorts of different cultures, ideas, and anything he can read to make himself a better person. One particular area of focus for Cat is kinesiology, the scientific study of human body movement, which is what he studied at Kentucky University. He hopes to become a doctor after his basketball career concludes, and is currently undertaking online courses to help make that happen. Number 7. Towns has earned lots of praise for his charitable efforts. Aside from dominating on the hard court, Karl-Anthony Towns has set out to make a difference through philanthropic and social justice efforts. He is the founder of the Cat Team Foundation, which is dedicated to creating scholarships and improving literacy in underserved communities. Their Cat Team scholars receive financial support for post-secondary education, while also getting the information they need to make financial decisions. Furthermore, in 2024, Towns was honored with the prestigious Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award, recognizing his efforts in tirelessly advocating for voters' rights. Cat's particular area of focus is trying to restore the right to vote for formerly incarcerated individuals, playing a big role in the passage of Minnesota's Restore the Vote bill. a bipartisan legislation that set about doing this. To get this done, Towns took many hours out of his busy schedule to attend meetings with key organizations and the local community, in addition to helping produce a documentary called Forgiving Johnny, which pulls back the curtain on the justice system, considering he dedicated his own funds to the cause. It emphasizes how much Towns cares about the matter. He was a worthy winner of the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award and can be proud of the difference he has made. Number 8. Towns has dabbled in the world of acting. While most people will recognize Karl-Anthony for his efforts on the basketball court, there will be some who may have only spotted him in various movies or TV shows. The previous 7 things that we have covered about Kat show that he is always looking for opportunities to broaden his horizons and try new things, and that same sense of intrigue led him into the world of acting. In 2019, he dabbled in some comedy by appearing as himself in What Men Want, before once again appearing as himself in a movie called National Champions in 2021. This focused on a player's strike just 3 days before the college football national championship game, with several other big names also featuring Russell Wilson, Malcolm Jenkins, and Mike Greenberg. His other foray into the world of TV came in a voice acting role for Disney's Big City Greens, in which Towns was a voice actor for basketball player Wizard Williams and Ricky Stork. For Karl-Anthony Towns, this was a great way to connect with a younger audience, while also adding another unexpected dimension to his diverse portfolio of work. Number 9. Towns has a soft spot for jewelry. Also on Towns' list of 10 things he can't live without was jewelry. He blamed his mother's Dominican heritage for his attraction to shiny things, telling GQ that they are an easy way for him to enhance his swag. He points out that he doesn't have tattoos, and that his jewelry is his way of expressing himself, while also celebrating his religion. Kat also admitted that it took him some time to dabble with rings. He always told himself that he couldn't wear one unless it was a championship ring, but I guess a few years down the Timberwolves made him change his own rules. Nowadays, you will see him wearing rings, but we all know that he will be desperate to add a championship edition with the New York Knicks. Let me know in the comments if you think he can help the New York Knicks cross the line. Number 10. Kat was best friends with Mac Miller. The final thing to know about Karl-Anthony Towns is that he used to be very close with rapper Mac Miller, who sadly passed away in 2018. Upon learning of his death, Karl-Anthony tweeted, "Not only were you my favorite artist, you was one of my closest friends. The love we had was genuine and the moments we shared were filled with nothing but positivity and laughter. I love you, man, and I'm sure as hell gonna miss you. At Mac Miller." Rest easy, my brother. Losing any friend is never going to be easy, but Kat at least had something to remember Mac Miller by, in the form of a teddy bear. Not just any teddy bear though, but one that was inspired by the polo-wearing teddy that featured in Mac Miller's He Who Ate All the Caviar video. Ever since the video for that song was released, Karl-Anthony was obsessed with that teddy, pushing his mate to find it so that he could buy it from him. The day after Mac sadly died, Kat stumbled across his version of the teddy in a vintage store and he bought it on the spot, naming it Mac the Bear. That teddy is now essential for him, reminding him of the little things that make life special. So that wraps up our list of 10 things you did not know about Karl-Anthony Towns. Let us know in the comments who you want to learn about next, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Knicks Media for more content like this. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video. Once again, if you'd like to sign up for BetUS, use promo code YouTube150.